So we're in the month of July now, and we finally had that Summer Nintendo Direct, which happened last month, where Nintendo was going to show us some of the other games that are still going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch in 2024, and that Nintendo Direct was pretty surprising, as I don't think many people were expecting like a brand new 2D Zelda game like The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, a brand new Mario and Luigi game with Brothership, and just some other cool things that were also announced inside of that Nintendo Direct. And so now Nintendo has a pretty nice holiday lineup going into like the 7th year of the Nintendo Switch, which is definitely pretty insane, but we can see that there is some other stuff that is still going to be coming out on the horizon. But also, when this Nintendo Direct was even announced, like way back in May, Nintendo also confirmed the existence of their next generation system and the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo's global president, Mr. Shuntaro Furukawa, has already confirmed that Nintendo is going to show their next generation system and the successor to the Switch before the end of their fiscal year, which ends in March of 2025. So basically from now for like the next 8 months, anytime within then is fair game for Nintendo to show their next generation system. And with some of the information that we have right now about other games that are going to be coming out and just what Nintendo has told us, we might actually have an idea for when we can expect this to happen, and that's what we're going to be talking about inside of this video. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Ruizman. We all play video games here, and sometimes you want to have those really long sessions, but your body starts aching a few hours in, especially if you use a gaming chair. Even just working in the office, sitting anywhere for too long can give you pain. That's where Ruizman comes in. They've designed a seat cushion using some of the most soft and squishy fabric that you just slide right onto your chair for a much more comfortable experience. There's grips on the back to prevent it from sliding, and you can use it while playing games, doing office work, or even driving. If you're interested in a much more comfortable sitting experience and one that doesn't make your back ache, definitely check out Ruizman cushions from the link below in the description, and thank you so much again to Ruizman for sponsoring the video. So when breaking down when this Nintendo Switch 2 reveal is going to happen, I feel like there's really two big teams that we first fall into. You're either Team 2024 or you're Team 2025. You either think that the system is still going to get revealed at some point this year, or it's going to be saved until 2025 and Nintendo is not going to say anything about it until next year starts. And really the big key to all of this is a piece of information that we're missing, and I don't expect them to tell us this, and that is when is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to come out? Because if we have this piece of information, we can actually piece it together with like how often they do reveals and how much time goes by until they do like better presentations for the system and then it actually comes out. Because we can use like what they did with the Nintendo Switch, where that was revealed in October of 2016, and then they had a special presentation for it in January of 2017, and then the system came out in March of 2017. Like, it was very short how they did that. They went from October to March, and it was just a very few amount of months, and they had a whole brand new system he had revealed and also released. And that's the thing, is like right now we have rumors saying that apparently the Nintendo Switch 2 wants to try to come out at some point in early 2025. Maybe they might even want to repeat exactly what they did with the current Nintendo Switch and have it come out in like March of 2025, or maybe they want to have it come out in like April or May, like right around kind of the summertime. But that's the thing, is like if we knew exactly when the system was coming out, then we could pretty much figure out like when they should do the reveal, because they're not going to reveal this system and then have it come out in like a month after. Like, they're definitely going to have to pace it out and have some spaces between there to have people talking about the system, wanting to learn more information about it, having a big presentation about it, and having a showcase for the games, and then having a nice launch for the system and having people actually get it. So they need to kind of spread all of that out, and that's why like if this system isn't coming out till like November of next year, then yeah, there's no reason for them to show us the system this year at all. But if it is going to be coming out in early 2025, then yeah, I definitely do expect there to be a reveal, because you can't just save like a reveal for this in January and then have the system still be ready to release in like March. Now, if we take a look at the announcements from the latest Nintendo Direct, we can see that Nintendo pretty much seems to have a plan to have a big release for every month up until January of 2025, where for the month of May we had the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Remake and Endless Ocean Luminous. Then last month in June we had Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. This month in July we've got the Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. In September we've got the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and that brand new Nintendo Switch Lite console that's going to be coming out. Then in October, we've got Super Mario Party Jamboree. In November, we've got Mario and Luigi Brothership. And then in January, we've got Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Now, there are some other games that are coming out in 2025 as well, but we don't have an exact release time frame, so we know that that's going to be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and also Pokemon Legends ZA. But that leaves us with 2 months where Nintendo doesn't seem to have anything in 2024, and that is the month of August and the month of December. Now, December seems like it probably wouldn't make the most sense, because why would they reveal a Nintendo Switch 2 right before Christmas when everybody's going to be asking for these brand new games and stuff coming out? But the month of August is a little bit suspicious, so could it be possible that the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal is gonna happen in the month of August? And I feel like it might be a possibility. Now, whenever the discussion comes up for having a Switch 2 reveal happening in 2024, people are always going to say, well, take a look at all of these games that are coming out. We've got a brand new Zelda game with Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, we've got that Mario Party game with Jamboree, we've got Mario and Luigi Brothership, and even a Nintendo Switch 2 Lite model that's going to be coming out with a brand new gold one for Zelda. So why would Nintendo reveal a brand new, shiny next generation system and then have all of the attention from those upcoming things get taken away because everybody's just going to be talking about their next system? And a lot of people might even go like, I can't buy these games now, I gotta start saving my money for the Switch 2, because Nintendo obviously wouldn't want that. And I've always said this whenever this point gets brought up, is that I feel like the easiest way to get around this is to show these games running on the Nintendo Switch 2 inside of the trailer, because it's heavily rumored that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have backwards compatibility, that you are going to be able to play all of your Switch games that you have right now on the next system as well. And so if you reveal the Nintendo Switch 2, but inside of the trailer you show Zelda Echoes of Wisdom on it, you show Mario Party Jamboree on it, you show Mario and Luigi Brothership on it, maybe even looking a little bit better. Just, I feel like having these games and seeing people see that these games can still be played on the next system, they're going to be like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter now if I get these games because I can still play them on the next system, so I don't have to miss out on these games and I can still get them. Because at the end of the day, that's what Nintendo wants here. They want you to buy these games for the Switch during their holiday season, but also buy the Switch too, so they don't want you to be like, oh, I'm not going to buy these games now, I'm going to skip out on all of them because I want to save my money for the Switch too. And if we're talking about a 2025 reveal, then we only have the first 3 months of 2025 because the system is already guaranteed to be shown by the end of March of 2025. So we basically have either January, February, or March for when a reveal could happen next year. And if that's the case, then I feel like January probably makes the most sense, because January is the very start of the year. That's when they had that big Switch presentation also. But I feel like if we get a January reveal, then the system is definitely not coming out in like March or April. They're definitely going to have that system coming out in like maybe kind of the summertime, maybe even holiday of next year. So that's like a whole other thing now, is once we get into 2025, like there's also going to be like the Pokemon Presents next year and having Pokemon Day and everything. So if they already revealed the Switch 2 before then, maybe they can even show those games for the Switch 2. So that would be really awesome. But I feel like if they're saving the whole reveal till next year, then it really kind of shows you what other things could happen when we're talking about the other stuff and the whole timeline for when the system is going to come out. There's also the discussion of future Nintendo Directs, because what are they going to do for the upcoming Nintendo Directs that happen in like the fall time, as we always get a Nintendo Direct that happens in like September. So if the Switch 2 isn't revealed by then, are they just going to say the same thing, that like this presentation will have no mention of the Switch successor? It seems a little weird to do it twice, because the whole point was they announced the June Nintendo Direct way earlier into like May when they revealed the confirmation of the Switch successor, because they wanted people to be like, don't worry, we've still got Switch games coming out too, and we're not going to talk about the Switch 2 inside of that Direct, but we just want to let you know that there is still stuff coming. So I feel like it would be weird now to have a September Direct and then also being like, by the way, there's no mention of the Switch successor inside of this as well. And then also going into 2025, there is also an early 2025 Direct that's going to happen too, because we pretty much always get an early year Direct that happens in like March or like February, around that time. So what's really going to happen? Like, what's the whole timeline going to be? Because are they going to say there that that Direct is also not going to have any mention of the Switch successor? I feel like if the system is revealed before then that way those Directs can also show third-party games coming out for next generation games with Switch 2 games, but also Switch 1 games. I feel like it would definitely make much more sense to have those reveals happen before. And it also seems like during that financial meeting that Nintendo had with their shareholders, it seems like Nintendo's president, Mr. Furukawa, even talked about how Switch sales are expected to be declining once they have revealed their next generation system, kind of implying that like they are gonna do a reveal, and once that happens, they are expecting Switch sales to go down, because that honestly is to be expected now, because 7 years into the Nintendo Switch's life, at this point now, pretty much anybody who's wanted a Nintendo Switch already has one. Like, you've gotten a system now within those 7 years at some point. I was fortunate enough to get the Nintendo Switch day one. It was the first ever system that I was able to get day one, thanks to you guys supporting the channel. But I know a lot of people just got it whenever they found that game that really interested them in getting that brand new system, whether it was like a brand new Pokemon game or if it was Smash Ultimate or whatever. There was definitely one thing that finally convinced you to pay the money and buy the Switch. So at this point now, I feel like there aren't really that many people now who are still waiting to get a Nintendo Switch. So it honestly might make sense to just reveal that system, because we already know that the games are coming out, and those games can still be played by people who are interested in them because they already have a Switch. So maybe it could also be an indicator that they could be planning to do a 2024 reveal. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much all the speculation that we have right now for when Nintendo is going to reveal their next generation system and the successor to the Nintendo Switch. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel, as well as I'm definitely going to have some more videos talking about the Switch too, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this. When are you guys expecting there to be a reveal for Nintendo's next generation system? Are you team 2024 or are you team 2025? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about this, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.